All right, peace and blessings. January 1st, the year 2019. We're all going to have to get used to saying that. And I'm going to share with you what was wrong with my upstairs heat pump. And keep in mind, it's been working for several years. I had a good friend install it brand new, so no complaints. It's been working like a champ, and every time we turn it on, it's been doing exactly what we expect it to do. But it just so happens on January the 1st, 2019, it decides to break. And I want to share with you guys what I found, and maybe if you have a similar system, it might be the same problem, and maybe it will help you out. I don't know. I am not a professional. I'm just going to share with you what I found. Now, the first thing I did when I started looking up, now it all started with my wife coming into upstairs and kindly mentioning, just casually, there's no light on the thermostat and the heater's not coming on. I'm like, what do you mean there's no light on the thermostat? So I looked up all on YouTube about no power to a Honeywell thermostat. And again, you have lights down there, and it said to check the battery. Sometimes there's a fuse. This one's got mercury settings so that when you move the temperature setting, you know, the mercury can go in different places. And I pulled it out and I took a photo of how the wires are, and you guys can see that too. And I looked all over this thing and I simply can't see any problem. And I didn't see 24 volts, and I thought, well, it's very unlikely this went bad. I'm just not getting 24 volts to the thermostat. So I then thought to myself, well, it's very important that before I go upstairs and start looking at the actual upstairs unit, that I turn off the breaker. So let's go do that. And you open it up. Now it's very dark. I wish you know what, I do have a light, but you guys just have to make the best of it. Maybe not. Hold on, maybe I can. Yeah, it's just so dark. Anyway, you guys see I did turn off the second 50 amp fuse. There's two 50 amp fuses. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of bright. But that says upstairs air conditioner heater. And you don't want to just take the label's name for it. I mean, I made that label a while ago. But you want to double check it when you get upstairs. So you want that to be off. Otherwise, your enemies are going to be reading about you the next day giggling because the 220 that you grabbed is killing you. So let's go upstairs and look at what I found upstairs. All right, I'm about to go upstairs, and I thought on the way I would ask Aaron, what did you tell me earlier tonight?
I said that there's no light on the furnace.
Which is another way for the female to tell the male to get your butt out of bed and fix the heater.
Yeah, it's cold in here.
Okay. All right, so now we're going to climb up in the upstairs attic. As you can see, I'm missing a step, but I don't ever worry about fixing it. I just don't step on the step that's missing. But also, I need to share that the video I put out a few weeks ago with the heating coil, you know, the heating coil element, that was the downstairs heater. So this is a completely different problem, and that's just the nature of living in an old house. You know, you're going to have maintenance issues all the time. But let's get up here, and I want to share with you guys what I found. If I can get up here without dropping the camera. And you got to have the right tools. So I had to spend a lot of time finding the right tools. Like I said, you don't want to depend upon that label downstairs to make sure you've lost power. So what I've been doing is I used a voltmeter, and I made dang sure there's no power coming to this thing. Now, when I first got here, this panel was on, and I've since taken it off, and I had to go find the right ratchet head size, and it was 8 millimeters. And then I took all those screws off from around this panel so that would pop off. The reason I took that off is, you see this big cord right here, the big white one? It comes up here, and I wiggled that. All I did is just shake it a little bit, and I heard a bunch of popping, and then it started smoking. I was like, whoa, that don't sound right. It sounds like a bad connection. So I did indeed turn the power off, but I'm gonna try to get the light where it don't overpower. But you see what's going on there? Once I took the panel off, that's the problem. So I've got myself some new connectors. I got myself some electrical tape, and we've made dang sure that's off. I'm gonna scrape it back and put new electrical tape around it, and I kind of feel that's gonna fix my problem. What do you guys think? While I was up here, I did check the safety switch, and I opened this up. I looked in there. There's no water, so I wasn't collecting water or anything, so that wasn't the problem. But I think this right here just wore out over time, or something happened. Maybe it had an electrical surge from the power company or something, but it wore out the connector, and that should be easy to fix. So let me stop the camera, fix that, and let's see if we can't get this heater working. Take care. Be right back. All right, well, that didn't take long. I scraped off all the burnt parts and got the two wires back together. The ground never had a problem, but let's go turn the fuse box on and see if this thing comes back on. Well, before we go downstairs, I just want to make sure this thermostat, if you look at it, it's on heat. You see it's on heat? And I've got it set to high with the mercury down low. So when I turn that fuse on and come back upstairs, we should be having hot air coming out of the blowers right up here. So we'll see. Let's go find out. All right, let's turn this fuse back on, and let's go upstairs and see if anything caught on fire or blew up. But I'm hoping everything's working just great. All right, there's a good sign already. I hear the blower going, and more importantly, I got lights on the thermostat again. So I haven't had lights on the thermostat all night long. So I hear air coming out of the blower. That's a good sign. And let's check a temperature reading. Got a happy wife. It's 68 on the wall. You guys see that? 68 on the wall. And if we go to the blower, it's 83. And it's climbing. That's good. That's good.
Yay.
All right.
It's 37 outside. It's 37 degrees outside.
37 outside?
Yes.
And now we got a working heater again. Yay. All right.
My hero.
It's always, if Mama's happy, the whole house is happy. God bless everybody. Have a great New Year.